interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kamara up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
1st down, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And nothing doing here is this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open is board. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
From the 40 now on second down. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after one. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Jackson. And that's incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been the third of the game. I would guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we're getting this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. 17, Ravens 7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jameis to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Bateman going to get it now on the jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
So people playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll get this complete to Board. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go back to the ground with Dobbins, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Touchdown! C.J. Board, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw, Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On third down, Winston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Another run here with Dobbins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
First and 10, it's Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. Room here. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, get 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dalvin.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Second and 9.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready. 3, 2, 3.
Winston now to throw on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Winston. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Deontay Hardy.
A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
That's good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Drop for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders.
The one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Ravens send their punt around now as he's on here to punt it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the Ravens have got it.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 8 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
The score, Saints 31, Ravens 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle. They wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Saints, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble, my